This is the one I tamed from back in the day here. This is Grey Goose, yes.
Don't worry, he doesn't have any sedatives on him.
It all turned out
to
alright.
mention,
Hey, what's up?
if I remember correctly,
Okay, yeah,
want
I
that
just set up
AK.
my mic so that I can hear through it. I have like some Tritons.
eat.
Just the brand of the headphone. Yeah.
Oh, he's Xbox.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. It's looking kind of empty though. Is it normally that empty? Okay. All right. Yeah, that's fine. I was just gonna try to.
I was about
read
to
it.
say, yeah. I was like, what's the main topic again? Alright. I was just making sure.
Yeah.
We got that flyer nerf. That's the last thing we got. There was there were a few updates after that. I'm not sure exactly what it did, but there were patches that I had to download.
It looks like your pterodon's needing some food.
Yeah, he's going down a little bit. Got nothing on it.
Starting to get overrun.
That's no problem. I mean,
I was gonna say, I'm surprised that I got the sign in. Figured that all the spots would be taken by the time I got around to it.
I've honestly had like more real life stuff happening. That's kind of why I haven't signed up lately. I mean, I could try to give a little input on what we've been doing, but honestly, I mean, I've been entertaining them with my real life more than I've been actually arcing. Because I know 86. I don't know if he wants to talk about the boss fights or anything, but I know that's like the biggest thing we're doing right now. Is getting ready for the boss fights. They're trying to do that tomorrow, actually.
Oh, that's cool.
God, this server is so glitchy. Holy shit.
Okay.
I don't know how you guys play on this thing.
I was about to say, official's horrible, isn't it?
Oh.
Is the water pin that I built, is that still around?
Let me go check.
Okay, because I know some of the stuff got knocked out for a little while, right? Some of the stuff on the outsides, right? Well, I have a trough in the water
That's weird.
pin. I built, yeah. Oh, this right
Sometimes
here.
Ark just decides things need to die.
Those pillars. Did they clear that area out so that the pillars can actually go down on that edge? There's a corner of the that I had built.
Taking a look
That
now,
I could
give
not
it
put the
1
pillars
second.
up because I couldn't put the pillars up all the way because they had their stuff too close. So
And that's
has that stuff been? It looks like that stuff's been cleared out. So I'm watching Prometheus.
okay, yeah.
That was the only
I'm
reason why
streaming.
there was that opening right there with the pillars, because I couldn't. It was too close to his foundations.
Yeah, I think that you'd probably be good now because seems all clear.
Yeah,
It
this
doesn't
is
look
all
like
cleared
they're
out.
Yeah, they're not anything over here anymore.
The rocks are back. The rocks are back and everything.
Doesn't appear
All
that
the way
way.
down the beach. All the way down the beach.
They'll be back.
Oh, that's interesting.
So the artifacts,
Yeah, the way they've got them designed now.
you can load spawn or bring bosses in right from the drops. Big lag spike here.
So-
1 sec.
We're obviously starting later.
We need to start here in a minute.
Okay. I'm just wondering if I missed something.
Oh no, we're just running late.
Just yank me
That's
down
cool. It's not a
whenever.
big deal. I'm not.
I'll just be here playing Killing Floor. Oh, this thing's got explosive rounds.
Yeah, I put that I was. Okay. So you
Yeah,
normally
select
have
all, delete.
that all running in the background. Yeah, I read it on my phone, but I'll have it on my PC while we're recording.
It's funny, my little brother saw the show notes.
Yeah,
That
my
we were using scripts.
I asked Prometheus to help me with my call it ESU because it's the reason I can't play Ark on PC.
Oh, you did? I don't remember that.
It was a while back. You did help
Oh,
me with it on
I
the
did?
technology channel. Yeah.
Oh my god! Yeah.
Great big splashes on the floor, huh?
So did anybody ever play that game I recommended?
What game?
The
Which one
Tides
was
of
it?
Numenera, the Torment game.
No.
Isn't that supposed to be kind of like a successor to Baldur's Gate or something like that?
Yes, that's why I love it.
Yeah, I just exited too.
I just left your stream.
Look what you did, you little jerk!
Who's still here?
He was talking about sleep or something like that.
Sleep's overrated. Yeah. Get enough sleep when you're dead.
Oh, balloon servers are up again.
Oh, did they go down?
They got the new version.
Oh, cool.
Let me log in and see what the damage is.
Everything's gone.
I am. I'm just logging in. I'm ready. Let's go.
Hey, you're already running late.
I have
I'm
11
ready to
seconds
go.
left on my download.
Perfect.
That's about Esme.
I'm glad I didn't
Damn,
say
why am I not
anything
recording?
crazy.
You were talking. Your mic was open in game,
Uh-huh.
and I heard you and your husband talking about some litter box thing. Or
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, he is pissed off at this cat that my mom made me take in for her. He hates it. About the cat. Yeah, I was wondering if my mic was open because they reset all my settings again. And then I asked him if he wanted me to go make him some coffee because he works third. So I was going to go fire up the coffee pot for him because I know that if I don't do it, he won't do it. And then he'll just bitch about being tired all night. So.
yeah, you muted your TeamSpeak, and then I saw a little chat bubble appearing, and I was like, "What the hell?" All right, I'm gonna go get a drink, and I'll be right back. We ready to start the show?
Get off my butt.
We missing anybody? We got Falloon, we got myself, Esme,
Tuxedo,
Kirkano.
Is he coming when he gets out of work, or?
Yeah, I think he said he might join us late. But everyone who did show notes is here, so be right back.
All right, I'm just gonna get the graphic swapped over on our stream.
Hey, what's about to happen?
Oh, sorry. We're recording, no, it's not the show that we have you on tomorrow. Don't freak out. Don't worry. What we're
I
doing?
got you now.
Yeah, what we're doing is a rated extra, rated Ark, like a rated Ark mod spotlight, because a group of CRR members have been playing on Falloon's Extinction Core servers. He has a Scorched and a Center that are hooked together. So this mod is like pretty much an entirely different game on top of Ark, like within Ark. So we thought we'd just devote an episode
An
to
entirely
that.
better game.
About Extinction Core?
Yeah, yep.
Okay, yeah, I've seen y'all talking about it. It seems pretty cool.
Yeah, yep. So that's what
I mean,
we're gonna do.
dude, once you get a chance to play it, you're never gonna go back.
I'm not like you, man. Xbox till I die.
There you go.
Xbox is just—it's so inferior.
I know, man. I know.
Hey,
You know, it doesn't
I'm
have
not
to.
gonna stay loyal to a broken product.
It doesn't have to make sense, man. It just
Oh, that's
happens
right.
like that.
I'm not gonna sit there and be like I'm not gonna take my turd and be like, it's my turd, so it's the best turd.
It is.
You know how many
how
good
many
sound
different
bites we passed up on Gigabyte in the last 2 days?
How many what?
Good sound bites.
Oh, right. I knew Gigabyte was back when I started seeing the word glitch appear in Discord. I was
Okay,
like, oh,
you know what? I
Giga's
got
back.
launched by a cat, bro.
That was funny shit. I'm like, you have the worst luck ever.
Yeah, what happened was, and then I tried to do the whole like tombstone thing, but I guess it didn't give me my stuff back. So
That's weird.
yeah, I did, but it's whatever. I only had like, I only had like the basic ass black armor and like a metal picks, so I wasn't really worried about it.
Well, sometimes I've noticed that if it doesn't work, I'll pick up the personal gravestone, then put it right back down. Then it might. Then it works.
Oh, that's good to know.
But to say, yeah, I've tried that. It didn't work. Like, I know what you're talking about. I've had it work for me before, but I was like, oh, whatever, fuck it.
Okay.
Wait, how old is Gigabyte?
I'm guessing, are you 19? Yep, 19.
Yeah.
God damn it. I'm getting old.
No, we're all ranges. And I don't think Gigabyte really acts 90. He has a lot of he's more mature than a lot, like even some of the like she's like Lexi, man, that chick drove me nuts, but she was only like 14 or 15. But
yeah,
but
what age range is the millennial? What is that?
I think it cuts off at like 1983, 84 birth year. I think it's that on. I think it was that on. It was like early 80s. It wasn't 82. It was like 80, like mid 80s and on.
I thought
60
millennials were mid 90s,
No,
and
shit.
Generation Y was the 80s.
Actually, if you do a search on that, there's a lot of variation in
There
what
is,
people
because
think
remember
they are.
we read one whole night.
Yeah.
Whatever on that, I'm Generation X.
So me too. Me too. Me too.
Because I've been doing a whole thing with the guys on the Xbox. I'm trying to teach them new slang words.
There you go. There you go.
They didn't know what fapping was, so I had to school
Oh my
them.
god, I learned what that was like. I learned it was like this, right?
And with that, I'm running out.
I refuse to go down!
And who said... Oh, was that Luminen? He said, and with that, I'm going down. Wrong thing to say when you're talking about fapping, old Luminen. No, I only learned, probably because I've worked in colorful places where fapping would come up in random conversation. So, yeah.
Okay, there's definitely some strange things going on Extinction Core right now. After the update, so I can't seem to move. All my stats are, of course, reset as we expect.
Oh, that's why you can't move.
Although it says I'm not carrying any weight, and I can't actually.
You're only level 1.
I'm level 1. I'm level 1, and I can't move, basically.
Because you have to redo all of your stats.
Oh, you know what? I have Prime gear on.
Oh.
There we go.
That's not good.
Yeah, no, and I can't. I took it off again.
Is it just the gear, but also your weapons and stuff?
No, it says I don't have any levels. I don't have any levels to put in. I'm level 1.
Sucks to be you.
Oh, it broke it.
Well, I'm going back to Xbox. I'll catch y'all tomorrow.
Thanks,
Later.
All right, guys.
Fun Xbox nerd.
I'm ready to start.
See
with
you
you
tomorrow.
All
Where
right.
you can face off against Gigabyte. No, okay. Alrighty, take it easy.
Boy, I'll go back to Xbox.
I'm picking on you, dude. Don't be a Prometheus. Don't be a diaper baby.
Oh wow! Now I'm a definition of something.
I could never hear Diaper Baby without hearing Full Metal. Diaper Baby. However he says it. Diaper Baby.
I'm a diaper baby.
I'm a Diaper Baby. I suck at doing it. It's so funny. I'm a
loving this
Diaper
katana.
Baby. I'm gonna ask Luminen, you're playing Grand Theft Auto 5, but we can't say fapping and make a sound effect?
I was about to say, yeah.
How does that work?
I'm stuck too.
Like, I'm pretty sure you, like, butcher a dude
No,
at some
I'm
point in
having
that
the
game.
same
Yeah, I'm
trouble
pretty
with-
sure there's probably a fapping quest line in GTA 5.
No, but I think there is a
I got on a dyno.
one where you sell heroin.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm moving. I'm on a dyno. We're making
I know
some
that
progress
there's
here.
I know that there's a part where you see a dude giving it to a chick from behind. But
See,
that's
there's
about the
Luminance playing that, but
best I can think of.
that little silly guy.
Just saying, this shotgun has way more range than it should.
All right, now I'm in a puddle jumper. Now I really can go slowly. Anyway, I'm ready to start the show when you guys are.
Alright, I'll hop down.
About to say, I'm ready.
Ready? Ready? I have to find
Ready,
all of those.
ready.
I looked out. I was like, "What?"
Stop and drop you off. Had to drop you off on top of a mountain.
Fuck is the Orca bomb?
Alright, I'm gonna change our stuff.
Device-loving people want more than just unlimited data. We want unlimited entertainment, so we can stream unlimited action, punch unlimited robots, watch unlimited romance, if you're into that. But we also want more, like unlimited HBO. Can I stop dying now, Mark?
No can do, mi amigo. It's unlimited.
Besides, you're really good at it, James.
Don't settle for any unlimited data plan. Only the AT&T Unlimited Plus plan comes with HBO included at no extra charge.
So is it supposed to be quiet right now, or oh shit?
What's going on?
I'm fighting fucking the Patriarch in Killing Floor. Not fun.
Alright, I updated our...
The Tech Behemoth gates are awesome, by the way. If you guys haven't done one yet,
Yeah,
get
fucked, bitch!
the Tech Behemoth gates are well worth it. You'll just go in
I was
in
about
and
to
out.
say, yeah, they looked pretty cool.
I've got one sitting in my stash, waiting for the new update to the center, because I'm going to use that as my entrance to my underwater base.
After that.
Y'all can hear me, right?
Yep.
Oh yeah, sorry,
Yeah.
I can't hit my
Oh.
push to talk button and click things on the internet because then it does stupid things.
I'm just using my mute that's connected to my headset.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna say, yeah, I don't even know what to talk is. I just use the little switch that's on my headset's wire.
That doesn't work for me.
Why is it saying even though I have 4.0 gigabytes out of 4.0 gigabytes downloaded, I have 48 hours until the update's done?
48 hours.
Yeah, it's like I've got the full upload. I've got it downloaded, but it still says that I have 48 hours.
Yeah, it looks like XP is broken altogether on or after this update.
As to be expected. I bet it'll be a little while.
Big surprise. Ark updates something and it breaks.
All the time. All the things. You should know this.
They even have game developers working on this game.
Well, it's because I don't think they give the dev kits. Yeah, they don't give the dev.
Oh, right. Yeah. Extinction Core.
Yeah. They don't update it. They do it like they update it like after.
What do I want? I'm gonna play some Battlefront.
I thought we were doing a podcast.
Yes, we are.
I thought we were.
No, I know. That's what I'm gonna say. You not go play Battlefront.
Play as much Battlefront as I want.
I'm ready when you are. I am just tweeting out all of our stuff except our chat room.
Oh right, I found my my old Twitter account today.
Did you know?
It hurt me. Like it hurt me to see how childish I was freshman year of high school.
Oh, yeah.
Like I was reading, it actually like hurt me.
Well, that's unfortunate.
So I deleted it, and I'll be able to reuse my email, and I'll probably make a new one at some.
Alright, I'm gonna use the restroom, and then I guess if you guys, Mr. Prometheus is gonna have to give us the go-ahead at some point.
I'm ready. Whenever you're ready.
Well, I'm gonna go pee now.
Eventually, he'll decide to start the show.
I didn't realize I was waiting.
You're our leader tonight. I'm recording.
Yeah, you're the leader. This is your show.
Yeah.
All right. I am ready to start when you guys are.
I'm good to go.
Yeah, I was gonna run to the restroom real quick as well.
Go ahead. Yeah, Falloon, that didn't help.
It didn't reset your points at all?
Nothing. I have no points to apply to anything. If you look.
Well, neither do I, but everything is set to 100%, so if you wipe that, it should... Oh, it won't because you're level 1. Okay.
Right. And you can't get any levels.
Wait, you can't earn any more experience to get any more levels?
Right. And you don't get any experience for doing anything.
So you're pretty much just stuck at level 1?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's lame. That must be an Extinction Core issue.
I can still build if I jump in my puddle jumper, and then put the piece in my quick top bar.
Gonna see if there's any rants going on.
You know, right?
That's where I'm going to.
Don't see anything.
We're just waiting on Gigabyte, and then go ahead and hit the intro, and I have you set for the show intro as well.
Alrighter.
Since I'm running the show.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
It's your baby, you know. So.
That's fine. We
What?
can do this.
Well,
I
that's what
adjust quickly.
Huh?
I adjust quickly.
I thought that's what was going on.
It sounds great.
I don't know. It's your show notes.
I do, but I don't have those. I have my clips. Yeah, I have my shitty clips. Yeah, and thirsty, right? Yeah, that's my son. But I really just want to stall.
What was Giga?
He was supposed to be peeing, but
He must have fallen in. We could probably start. Well, I guess if he's coming back.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back. We were just getting ready to run off without ya.
I was about to say some joyriding kids ran their car up into my neighbor's lawn, and
oh jeez,
they hit his Trump sign, and they got their tire cut up on the nails.
Oh my goodness.
Car.
Joyriding, huh?
And this time, things are gonna be different. If you lose.
Alright, so.
Real quick note, Esme, that weird thing that plays music, I'd stay as far away from that as possible because its hitbox is way longer than it looks. Like, to give you an idea, it hit me, if you look at the picture in Discord, where it's standing, it hit me where that, like, rock up against the cliff is. And one shot my Pteranodon.
again.
No, this is the same one.
Oh.
It's just, that's how long of a range they have. They're crazy. I miss my water dragon.
Let's do it.
I'm wearing my birthday suit, and I got a luscious blonde wig on.
Don't worry, as soon as I spawn, I'll find more things to kill me.
What the heck is this? It's like 7 feet tall.
Yeah, I'm stuck in a cage. Hey, warning. Hey, warning.
Please don't podcast and crap at the same time.
I like to find an area that is heavily populated with herbivores and farm that delicious brown stuff.
Badger has put his big stamp of approval.
Fresh spawns, veteran tamers, and all survivors in between. We'd like to welcome you to Rated Ark, the Ark Survival Evolved podcast.
By the way, this is explicit.
Thank you.
Hey, y'all.
Wiggity swoogity.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, everybody.
Is it time for me to hand it over to Mr. Promo? Yes, it is.
Yeah. Yep, it is. So we want to start the show off with what is Extinction Core, right? So I put the link to the wiki page in the show notes. So if you want to check it out there, you can get more in-depth details. But Extinction Core is a PvE-focused mod for Ark Survival Evolved. It is a new standalone project by Psycho, the creator of Anunnaki Genesis. And we're going to talk about some of the things that this mod brings into the game. So first thing we'll talk about right out of the gate is babies and adolescent dinos. So they can be found roaming the map. They are tamed just as their full-grown versions. However, after they are tamed, they need to be cared for as any young dinosaur, that just as you would hatch it or breed it yourself. Some of the more in-depth details on the dinos are we have alpha creatures, the bigger, stronger, and faster variants of each of their counterparts. You can tame them, breed them, ride them into combat. They tend to come in shades of gray, white, black, red, or pink. Males spawn with the red coloring, whereas the females spawn with the pink coloring. They also have apex creatures, or they're strong. The strongest of their respective species. They tend to be extremely hostile, dangerous, and deadly. It is recommended to engage them only with the right amount of preparation, as all apex creatures are immune to torpor. Nothing short of a pack of strongest alphas hope to take down an apex. Apex creatures cannot be tamed. And I'll hand it over to Falloon.
Okay, moving on to bosses. Extinction Core adds a progression system to the game in the form of world bosses that are tameable through their appropriate saddles, which are made through killing the corresponding boss and unlocking its matrix. Although writable, they are not feedable through any means other than herbivore food or carnivore food. They are all tamed through means of saddle taming and cannot be brought into boss arenas. All possess the ability to roar, which will render tamed dinosaurs to be stunned and riderless for a short time. And deities, they are the world bosses of Extinction Core. They are the dominant guardians of their respective biome and can be challenged by the strongest survivors. They require strong tactics and preparation in order to achieve victory. They are the current endgame content, which require progression to engage. These guardians have huge health and can only be successfully battled with Ark's boss creatures, such as the Broodmother, the Gorilla, the Dragon, or the Manicore, Dodo Rex, and Dodo Wyvern. Defeating any of this will let you unlock a techgram that will enable you to summon the primordial creatures. And the Easter egg creatures are the Firebird, Turkey, Easter Bunny, Rudolph, Yeti, and Sasquatch.
I think that is Giga's turn.
Giga's turn.
Oh, and hey, Fo, we see you.
I forgot what I was gonna say.
Hello,
Let me
are
see.
you ready
right,
for it?
Yeah, you will get munched a lot in the beginning. Like, you gotta stick with it. You definitely have to be dedicated and tribe up. Don't think that you can just roll into Extinction Core and solo
you
play
think we're
it.
doing tip time?
No, I've got something else for tip time.
Oh, well, he has a highlighted spot for you. It's in turquoise.
I got something for tip time.
Oh.
We're recording our show right now.
Give me a second.
Are you Yeti for it?
I am drinking out of a Yeti, my coffee.
I hope I'm not anything with a Yeti. I've never even killed one.
Are you Yeti for it? Bam, 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 bam.
Okay, I see it now.
There you go. See,
I
it's in
see it now.
turquoise.
This was not in the show notes when I looked earlier.
Dude, it's been in there all day.
No, it hasn't.
You're welcome, by the way. You're welcome, Gigabyte.
I like
Prime
that.
creatures. Alright, I'm gonna start.
Oh, God.
You want me to, like, speak loudly, Prometheus, or Esme, so y'all know to cut that whole little section out?
Sure, I can cut it out.
Alright. Prime creatures. These creatures are the tameable and rideable. Saddles are not required. Variants of their vanilla counterparts. They each have unique abilities and strengths. There's the Prime Macatina, the Prime Archaeopteryx, Prime Dung Beetle, Prime Dimorphodon, Prime Dodo, Prime Eupterid, Prime Jerboa, Prime Mesopithecus, Prime Microraptor, Prime Shit from Hell Trudons, hate them, Prime Titomeria, Prime Titanoboa, Prime Vulture. Yeah, that's it. That's all the Prime creatures. Following that up is the Primordial creatures, Bokito, the Primordial Gorilla, and Slithia, the Primordial Spider.
I'm really glad he made you read all this stuff. I'm like, wow. No wonder why you were playing dumb and you didn't know this was in the show notes, because I would have done the same. I'm like, I don't want to read all those dino names.
Yeah, it's fine. Scions are the children of the guardian deities, or heralds, I guess, is what they changed it to now. It used to be children. They're extremely strong creatures with unique elemental effects that make taking one down a serious challenge. Scions are not tameable. When killed, they drop extremely rare loot, as well as costumes reflecting their element. There are the Scion of Winter, the Scion of Nature, and the Scion of Fire. There are also skeletal creatures that are an undead horde of creatures that roams the Ark with only their skeletal remains. They are strong and deadly and reinforce their battle with a legion of Zomdodos. They also do torpor damage. Nobody tells you that. They cannot be tamed. They also drop a skeletal costume for whatever dinosaur it is.
We'll bring it on to Kirkanos.
Okay, we have Tridesmen. They're NPC enemies with unique abilities and powerful equipment. As you progress through the ranks of these NPCs, you unlock Prime Gear Ingrams, which are unbreakable gear that can benefit you along the way. Tribesmen are the dominant inhabitants of the Ark. They are brutal and unforgiving. They swarm the Ark in quick succession and almost never appear alone. When you encounter one, let alone a group of them, be prepared for a battle to the death. They pretty much never miss a shot, too. Tribesmen don't have bases. These aren't like the NPC tribes that's a specific mod that can build bases. They spawn in specific areas according to what kind of tribe they are. You can KO or passive tame the tribesmen using cooked meat jerky. There are also alpha tribesmen, which you need to use cooked prime meat jerky. Each tribe drops a specific type of kibble, which you can use to tame alpha animals according to that type of kibble. Tribesmen and alpha tribesmen summon untamable creatures that you can distinguish using their saddles and flags to aid them in battle, and they can be pretty brutal themselves. But these untamable creatures last for about 30 seconds. Outside of just the tribesmen, you have the tribe chieftains. The chieftains are the leaders of the respective tribes. They are extremely powerful, unforgiving, and will pretty much decimate anything they come into contact with. They are highly aggressive, so be very, very cautious when you get near one. They will come at you in a heartbeat. Chieftains drop a specific kibble called the Xeno Kibble, as well as different artifacts that are required to make certain matrices, which is used for boss saddles. Each chieftain summons, while they're by themselves and you're trying to fight them, they'll summon groups of tribesmen of their specific color tribe that the chief is part of. The chieftains cannot be tamed, though.
Thank you, and we'll give it over to Esme.
Oh, right.
Don't forget about the hats, though. Don't. Right. The hats should be in the items. Yeah.
The wigs, right?
The wigs that could help you passively tame them.
Yeah, but the wigs do not work if a chief is around.
Yeah, they don't work if a chief's around.
Yeah, but the Chiefs are kind of rare. You could get a lot of work done with the wigs, because the Chiefs they're pretty rare, and they should be. They're so strong.
Alrighty. I'm covering some items. Gems. Gems are used to craft alpha and boss saddles. There's prime resources that is the prime hide, the prime pelt, prime chitin or chitin or chitin. Is there any other way to pronounce it?
No, I think you got all of it.
Okay, and prime blood.
Which is really hard to get these days, by the way, but go ahead. Yeah, it's pretty, it takes some effort.
The alpha and boss saddles are additional armor for alphas, able to craft any metal items in the creature's inventory. It also grants the empowered buff to the creature, giving them bonus damage and XP gain. Bosses are saddle tamed. You cannot remove the saddle after you put it in the boss saddle slot. Workbench is one of the items in the mod, mandatory when crafting the majority of the new items added by Extinction Core. This includes items such as alpha saddles, sedatives, detox, etc. To use the workbench, learn the engram, craft it, and place it much like any other crafting station. And another item is the compound bows. Shot from a compound bow, the arrows come in fire, poison, and shock variants. Fire does large amounts of damage, poison acts as a powerful tranquilizer, and shock will stun the dino in place, which is great for flyers. The trank spear pike, that's a cool one, like a normal spear or pike, but it does a large amount of torpor damage. Sedatives, when fed to a knocked out dino, will cause them to become hungry, and it delivers a huge amount of torpor over a long period. And there's the detox, which is used to counter the effects of the sedative, and it will wake the dino up, or it is used during boss, scion, deity battles to instantly drop torpor damage during the fight. There's also blood vials that will instantly and fully heal huge amounts of health, as it has a 30-second cooldown after each use. It is necessary to use these during boss, apex, scion, and deity battles, as they deliver huge amounts of damage. And the Xeno kibble is a kibble that is used for any dino tames, and it can be acquired in treasure packs. And like Fo was saying, the wigs too. That's a pretty. I think that was one of the coolest items right off the bat when we got into this mod. Was like, oh my god, you can make different wigs for the different colors of tribes people, and it's supposed to help you blend in with those tribe people. And then, like Kirkano said, except for the chief dude, he's not buying what you're selling when you put that wig on.
Yeah, I haven't tried any of them. They look like well, at least the Ingram looks like a Indian chief's hat.
Yeah.
Like a feathered kind of hat. Has anyone ever even crafted one of them?
No, because you have to craft one for each specific color of the tribe. So you have to know which tribe you're going into beforehand.
And so then we'll move into the Fresh from the Forge segment.
Gimme the.
So I wanted to cover the Extinction Core patch notes. This last update happened on April 20th, and it was an unversioned hotfix to adjust the deities for lower difficulty compatibility adjustments. The Primordials now take less damage from all sources to compensate for their no saddle. Increased width of Neptune's beam attack, which is actually one of the Primordials that we didn't get covered because I don't think it's been released yet, but it's the primordial version of the dragon. So there's a primordial version of each boss, and they're kind of like the tech versions of each one, and they're extremely overpowered, and they're basically the end game creatures to get, and you have to have a bunch of resources in order to craft one of these guys, and they're really amazing and they're fun to kind of just stomp around and kind of destroy everything. So he's increased the width of the beam attack on that one. Fixed primordial values to intended values. Fix the alpha Tuso attack animations and speed. And so in the upcoming version 1.4.1, additional dino balance adjustments. Deities are adjusted furthermore for lower difficulty. I guess so they're gonna get a little bit of a nerf. The primordials now take additional less damage for all sources. I didn't write these patch notes, of course. Improved turret angles of primordial gorilla. So much like many of the monkey-based creatures, you have a turret mode, and they can throw rocks or whatever they do. So that's the patch notes. Anyone have any input on those?
I have a little bit of input. I think the deity adjustment for lower difficulty, it's meaning it scales according to the adjustment more. Not to make it easier for everyone. So like if you're in a harder one, it'll scale harder. But if you're on a lower difficulty, it'll scale easier.
Yeah, me and Falloon took our gorilla bosses over to fight a deity of winter, and I tell you, we were in battle for about 30, maybe 20 minutes, and we were barely putting any damage on this guy. We got it to close to half health at a certain point, and I had a damn Iki moment, and jumped off my dino and instantly died.
Oh my goodness.
And then lost my gorilla, and Balloon barely escaped with his life as well. And so now we've been trying to get everybody else up to the point where they can tame a boss so that we can kind of all go after these deities, because that is the next step.
I got mine today.
Oh, you and I got to get one tonight, Promo. I got everything I need. Besides the saddle.
Awesome. So yeah, we basically we try to get as many people as we can to go fight these deities, and we'll unlock the tech totem. And the tech totem basically allows you to start crafting those primordial creatures that we were talking about, which are awesome to run around on and destroy shit. So.
Yeah, I stopped by and those things are just unbelievably powerful. That's all I can say.
You can solo a deity.
Yeah, I think it's a lot of fun, because you've already gone that far at that point to even craft a deity, or sorry, a primordial. You have to, I think you have to kill each boss 10 times, if I'm not, or you need 10 essences of each boss, and then you need a matrix for each boss, which are crafted using artifacts. And then you need a bunch of black pearls and element and stuff like that. So yeah, they're not easy to create, and it's difficult. And I think Fel has something hot off the press here. So here we go.
Yeah. Okay. So the version, what is it, 257 just dropped for Ark, and those moments are always I don't know, fingernail chewing moments as you're logging into your server when there's big updates. So anyway, we log in, and all of our levels were reset just like they said they would. We were kind of pinned to the ground at level 1, couldn't move. I was just reading on the Extinction Core website's comments area. There was a guy there that said the Ark update dropped, and now we have to kill our players to reset our levels and engrams, but we can only get up to level 130 and are capped there. Not sure what's going on. So, we were just kind of trying to work through what do we do, because we're stuck at level 1. Mind wipes don't work because you have no levels to wipe. And apparently it looks like killing your player might do something. So maybe that's the next step for us.
I'm running to go drown my character right now.
No,
Do you have any
faux science?
I tried the mind wipe. That didn't work.
Right.
I should have
and
just eaten some organic polymer. I could have done that.
Yeah.
I
Instant death
accidentally
there.
ate fertilizer today. I don't recommend that.
Oh, really? What happens? I've never done that.
Makes you very ill.
Does it?
Yeah, I started, my screen started going boom, 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 boom. A little note above. It's like kind of like when you eat your poop. Like, fertilizer is not very healthy for you.
Straight up says, "Congrats, you ate shit."
Exactly. I was filling my crop plots, and I got a little carried away. And instead of hitting the T button to move it over, I hit the E button, and I ate like 5 in a row. I thought I was like filling my crop plot. Nope, I was filling the wrong plot. It's not very good. Side note, it has nothing to do with
interesting.
that.
So I just went into the water and I have no oxygen.
Wow.
Yeah, so apparently I guess in this state I can go slowly swim around forever. So I'm gonna go
I'm downloading another update for Ark that's 59 megabytes.
I got a dino to come and eat me here. So I think we're gonna move on to the main topic of the show.
All right.
And so we're going to see here everyone's opinions on Extinction Core and share their feelings and kind of their experiences. So we're going to start off with Falloon.
Well, everybody knows that I'm pretty much a diehard PvEer, right? And I'm always looking for something to spice up my gameplay. And when CRR started their seasonal server with Extinction Core, I went into it a little bit unsure. I mean, I knew that there was baddies in there and stuff like that, but once I got in there, I just kind of fell in love with Extinction Core, and I was actually contemplating maybe going back to PvP and stuff like that, but I really like the predictability of PvE, and then rather than go back to that, I just feel like for me, Extinction Core fits the bill.
I think it does fit you very well. I was flying around the island today, and I remembered when you guys first started playing on the island, and you guys were building, you and Kazoid were building up in the snow area. And I remember you saying, that you guys like more of a challenge. You guys like, getting in there, and you even said yourself that you like things that scare you. More thrilling situations. So this stuff. Definitely.
That's real. I mean, I guess I appreciate it's kind of tiered, and I got some tips to talk about the tier stuff later. But being able to, with enough preparation and effort, solo some really tough content. But the thing of it is, I also very much enjoy the content that can only be completed by group effort. And that should have its difficulty tiers as well. So when you're first getting geared up and things like that, you get some of your tribe mates and pals together, whatever, and you got your entry level things that you go after, and then of course things that are only achievable with a lot of effort. So I mean, all of those things are there. And that's, I guess, what I really like about Extinction Core.
And just to confirm, killing yourself does work. You get your points back, so everybody go and kill yourselves.
Go jump on that bridge.
I'm on my way back in.
And so with that, we're going to move on to Kirkanos.
Yeah, I've been enjoying this mod quite a bit. I'm primarily a builder, but one thing I've enjoyed with this mod is the variety in the wildlife, like with all the bosses, the alphas, the primes, especially the Easter egg animals. Because I like, it was fun trying to hunt down those more rare animals. And just like being the guy that has Rudolph, the flying reindeer. Just being able to, take them around the whole map and show them off. That was a lot of fun. One of the things I don't know why I like this, but I like the randomness of not even knowing when you might get your base completely wiped by like a tech tribe person just coming in. And the people in here know that I've had my base on the last server attacked by tech tribe a couple times.
Yep, I remember that.
And but fortunately, with the last 2 servers I've been on, we've had fairly high rates, so it's not like it's not that big of a loss. I mean, get everything wiped and get it all built up real quick when you have the high rates. One thing I do have a gripe about with the whole Extinction Core is the water. It's not that dangerous. I've been running around with just a high-level MOSA, and you can wipe everything out in the water with the high-level MOSA. You don't need the alpha MOSA. You don't need anything else. I just wish he would, add more to that.
And you felt that was both when we were playing on the island server as well?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, the only difference with the island server is they had the hard underwater cave.
Oh, right.
The only reason why that was really hard is because of all the electric eels that were coming out of everywhere. But when you're just out in the regular water part, even the electric eels aren't even that much of a problem when you're out in the open water. So I wish he would take some time and maybe do some adjustments, add something even tougher in the water to fight. Because it seems like the land and the air is extremely dangerous all over the map. It's just water, you glide along and do whatever.
Yeah, I agree with that. Also agree with, that's part of what drew me to, because I had my base wiped out by a Yellow Tribesman, and that was kind of my own doing. But I wanted to see
funny.
How that you were there. It was a faux science thing, and I found out the hard way that a Yellow Tribesman or chieftain can come into your base with metal walls and buildings and lots of alpha dinos and stuff, and pretty much kill everything and tear your base apart. So, but that also is something that's appealing, because it's that scare point, you don't know. And then, when you're standing inside of the perimeter of your base and you see that health bar and that's chieftain, that just like immediately puts you into action. You're either running or you're grabbing your boss and you're going to go fight it.
Or you're calling everyone on the server to come help.
Right.
Or Discord, right? Hit that
Mhm.
the Discord and be like, guys,
log in now.
Right. And if they don't log in, you'll be in the Ark Taketh, or in your in Fell's channel with screenshots.
I see what you mean, Prometheus, with the no health bar, no oxygen.
Yeah, if you can, I'm not sure where you are. Oh, you're in the water already, it sounds like. One interesting thing I'm noticing here, there's a whole bunch of new items. I'm going to get to what I was saying, but there's like a candle in vanilla. It looks like all vanilla stuff. There's a table candle, a wooden bowl, a keg, a pitcher, a wooden stool, a tankard, a bar counter.
Isn't there a bar mod on the server?
No, we don't
There
have
is
a bar
mod
mod
like that on the server.
We have. Oh, okay. Never mind then. I'm sorry. I didn't realize we had that mod here.
I think he's totally describing the pub mod.
I didn't realize we had pub mod on here that whole time.
So silly.
Yep. Sorry. Okay. Well, anyway, I'm looking at these things. I'm like, whoa, look, because the new update came out and it has the Ingram's much more organized, so you can see things very clearly, and it's easy, and you could sort by unlearned things and all kinds of things. So it's nicely laid out by level in which you need to learn them, and I really like it. Anyway, to go back to Extinction Core, I think Extinction Core goes beyond just a mod, and although it's labeled more of a total conversion, I feel like it's a possible path that Wildcard themselves could have taken for the core game. It adds a very arcade-like feel, centered around game progression of dinos and taming and boss battles. It's loads of fun, and it is by far the best implementation of a mod which adds NPC, because those battles are usually pretty intense, and especially when you're first starting out, the NPCs definitely add a good mixture of difficulty in the game. It's very challenging in all the right ways, I would say, and not just by making things take a long time to accomplish, but by making the steps actually hard to complete. This is something that the vanilla game is guilty on almost all accounts. It's just generally just tough as nails view on Ark, and I'm definitely loving it. I think it's a great addition, and like I said, I think it really could have been a way that Ark could have made this game play out, and it adds a great feel to the whole thing. And this just in, Tuxedo Badger joined us.
Hey.
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 Hey there.
How's everyone?
Happy you could join us. Happy you could make it.
Yeah.
So we just started the main topic. If you want to try and get your thoughts in there, we'll add you to the
He
end.
has his.
Oh, wonderful. Yeah. I didn't see that yet.
Yep.
And so after myself, we're going to have Giga come up here.
Okay. Tribe up. You got that's like the one thing that I've learned from playing Extinction Core is it's really nice to be in a tribe. Because like when we first started on the seasonal server, I wasn't making a whole bunch of progress. But as soon as I hooked up with Zathar and Prometheus, I just shot like forward. It was great because I had Zathar who was helping me out a lot. He and I did a whole bunch of stuff. And then Prometheus helped me out a bit. Me and Prometheus are tribed together on Falloon's server now.
Yep.
Although I've been gone for a couple weeks, so I'm like way behind everybody else. But it's been... Honestly, I would probably rather buy Extinction Core than the actual Ark. Like, I would rather have Extinction Core. It's just a superior game.
That's a good way. I mean, yeah, that's a different way to look at it. I never thought one or the other, but now that you mention it,
if I had to
the
pick,
only one. That's cool.
About it for me.
All right, I follow you. My input is I think that Extinction Core is absolutely vital for Ark endgamers who love PvE and maybe even those who love PvP, because you have those AI tribe people. So, it's like you don't have bases to raid, but you can go and kill them and get stuff. And they technically can come all up in your base, so you can't be raided. So, I mean, that's kind of cool to, if you like playing the defense. And also, I think that Extinction Core definitely gives you that challenge, and it always keeps you on your toes. Sometimes for my gameplay, I find that it's a little bit too much when I just feel like relaxing or binging on some Netflix, because I like to turn my brain off and just farm or paint or do something like kind of put myself on autopilot. And you can't really do that with Extinction Core, because the minute you walk out your door, there's some crazy thing or a tribes person or something that's gonna come at you. Like, you really gotta just be always looking over your shoulder. At least that's how I feel. Also, plus, it didn't help that you definitely want to kind of scope out what you see in what areas, because there's like different tribes people that have the different tech, and they live in different areas on a map. So you might want to not just go for your normal favorite place. You kind of want to go where maybe, and then like pick an area that has like the lower tech tribe people, like yellow. Those are lower, right? Yellow, green.
I believe
yellow is cloth.
Yeah.
So like
green is hide.
Yeah, those are the two lower ones. So if you see some like yellow and green tribesmen, don't be too concerned.
No, be concerned because they will bola and trank you
Well,
to
they
death.
still will kick your butt. They still will.
Stay away
They'll
from the
kick your
swamp.
ass. Don't
There's
think
so
that they're
much
like easy peasy.
And
I
stay
live next
even
to the
further
black
away from the
tribesmen.
swamp.
They're so
Yeah.
much easier to deal with than the higher end tribesmen, like the black tribesmen or the white tribesmen, or even was it purple? Is it purple or no?
The
orange.
purple that use nothing but narking stuff.
Yes.
Well,
Yeah.
the white tribesman is like one guy by
Foe is
himself.
back with us, ladies and
Hold
gentlemen.
on. I got breaking news. Act fast. S plus is broken, and I can learn all the S tech engrams. Unless that was a thing. Pretty sure
I don't
that
know.
wasn't a thing.
Not sure.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you needed the
Yeah,
like
you had to
actual
unlock it before.
boss grams.
Yeah, I think you
Yeah,
did.
well, I don't need to unlock it, so ha ha ha.
For now. So yeah, I definitely feel like it has something to offer for both like PvP and PvE people. So just kind of pick and choose where you're gonna build. Don't do like me and think, oh, I've always wanted to build by the green knob, and then I build up there, and then I had like 2 broodmother bosses at my front door and at my back door. I had purple tribesmen breaking in. I had the primordial boas or whatever, those big, they were primordial titan boas, right? The big white ones with the green eyes.
Yep.
Those
Prime.
Those are prime.
Those are always fun.
Those are lovely. And
Those
then
things could take so much damage
and
too. They're so big.
Yeah, they were.
That
Were
spitting.
They're freaking
Closer to
huge.
alphas.
And then I was like right in the flight path or spawn area of the poison wyvern. So right when I moved there, I was getting attacked. I would tame some animals as pack horses, and then they'd die. My parasors would get flamed. It was nuts. It was exciting though. Definitely exciting. So I think I think it's nice to play on Extinction Core if you want that excitement, but if you just kind of want to turn your brain off and like Netflix, it doesn't work for me. So I like to split my game up both ways. And also I added that the thing I feel the mod is lacking at this point would be building components that can stand up to some of the big bads in the mod. I think it's kind of discouraging that the beasts are so badass that they can poo-poo all over vanilla building items. So you could definitely add mods to help with that. But if you're trying to keep your mod list minimum, then that's not always an easy option. But you might like that, like, because I heard some of you guys say that you kind of like that feeling like your base can be wiped if somebody comes in. And to me, I would like some sort of help, like better defense instead of just relying on big beastie dinosaurs that you don't really have access to. You know, like, I don't know. Because some people don't. I think it would behoove them to add some building items in there that could help you instead of just them plowing through anything that's vanilla. That's a little annoying to me. Also, I think that the mod adds so many other elements to the mod just outside of creatures that I really don't foresee this being like a huge stretch. I could see that they probably would add something in that realm down the road, maybe, because they already have different weapons, they have their kibble, they have their different potions and their different arrows and their wigs and all this stuff.
Yeah, just add some kind of cool fortress wall or something.
Something. That you could, some reinforcing something. So also what I love about Extinction Core is that every day is not a dull day. There's always a new step to climb to progress you a little further, and those tribe peeps seem to give you a run for your money as your character progresses, because there's different types of tribes and different varied technology, and it is mods like these that I think keep people playing Ark way past its challenge expiration date. And I really hope that Wildcard sees this and brings these guys onto like their sponsored mod program in the future, because more Ark players need this option, especially console people, because you do hit a ceiling in Ark. And I think Ark, without these types of mods that offer this higher tier, more challenge, more in-depth stuff, gameplay, Ark would have lost a lot of players a long time ago. In my opinion, I just think they would have. So,
I agree.
Yep. So that's my 2 cents. I'm going to hand it over to Mr. Tuxedo Badger. He was next.
Alright, well, like a lot of other people have said, Extinction Core adds a ton of new content to the game. Like, I would say about double what vanilla is. As well as enhancing the game progression. So instead of just relying on whatever armor or weapons you find, there's a lot more progression with the dinos, which is kind of nice. It changed the way that you play Ark. Maxing speed or health is not enough to keep you alive forever. You might be able to outrun the vanilla Rex, but can you outrun an alpha tribesman that you didn't notice until you heard his whistle? Calling in 2 angry dire bears to come charging out of the woods at you? You might think that you can until the bullet comes flying out of the bushes, pinning you to the ground while the tribesman knocks out your dino, while the dire bears make a quick meal out of you.
Do you know karate?
What's that?
Do you know karate?
You need to know some karate to survive through Extinction Core. So even
I was
even
going to
when
say,
you get
if
the
you
boss
have that
tier,
sponsor, you could probably sign up for some Ark defense classes.
so even when you get to boss tier, you might think that you're sitting pretty, but your dreams can be dashed when the apex dino you decided to take on was a few levels too high, or you didn't have enough health vials to heal your boss. So hitting the ET key has never been scarier. So basically, there's a ton about Extinction Core that ups the danger level by a lot, and I think it just makes it a lot more fun.
Agreed.
So that's my spiel.
Yeah, sure. Basically, Extinction Core for me, it gave Ark new life when I was getting a little bored, and it came at the perfect time. And it changed so much about the game that it made Ark feel totally fresh again. And I really loved it. Now, granted, after you play it for a while, just like anything else, it falls into the same rut. Like, it's not the perfect thing where, like, eventually, okay, you look at the game in a new way, but from this point forward, playing Extinction Core, you're doing the same thing over and over again. Now you're just doing it with like a higher end, something that has more health. But you also have gear that is better to handle those higher end, the dinos and things like that. So it kind of like, in the beginning when you first spawn in, it's really rough. But once you get a handle on it, it kind of feels the same to me after a while. Now you're just doing it with a new skin. But for me, it did change enough of it where it made it feel fresh again.
Yeah.
All right. Does that mean we're moving into tip time? I'm taking.
Yeah, no. No, go ahead. Let's go on to tip time.
Hey. Okay, so on the servers that we have up now, we're not using any tranquilizer mods, and we have not increased the difficulty. One of the things I wanted to give a tip on right now is that, drawing on my own experience from the seasonal server now to these, is I think one of the mistakes I made first time I played through Extinction Core is that I was thinking in terms of several layers of tiered progression for dinos. And so that's how I approached my progression to Primordials. So depending on what you're looking for, you can take what I'm going to call just like a fast track to Primordials, or you can take the more traditional approach and tour your way to Primordials. It's just whatever you feel like you would enjoy the most. But this time through, I decided to try something different and skip alphas. So the fast track in that I used was pretty simple. Just go tame a Titan. They're actually pretty easy to tame. You get yourself some metal poison arrows, and you can go stand up on a ledge or do it however you want, and go tame one. And then you use the Titan to gather materials and kill bosses. And then once you've got your engrams and your materials, and then you go tame a boss, and then you use that boss to kill other bosses and help gather materials. And a side tip there for when you're on your boss and you need to gather materials, because when you're on your boss, they don't gather materials. Whatever you kill, if you take another hit at it, it just disintegrates and you get nothing. So it'll pick up all of the drops, but none of the materials. So the best thing to do there is just turn off the resource gathering, and then when you kill, like you're out looking for pelt or something like that, you go kill a mammoth, and then you just get off and harvest the mammoth. And that's how you would do that. So this time I started with a gorilla, and I think that's a really good starter boss. And another good starter boss is a broodmother. They're both would be relatively easy to tame. Another thing here is traps are generally useless for alphas and higher. So what you want to use the terrain or use a tank. Kurkanos earlier today, he got his gorilla and he was in his tech gear, I believe. I don't know. And he just flew above it and tranked it down. Is that what you did, Kurkanos?
Yeah, that's what I did. I made sure I was slightly moving, though, as I was flying so that the rocks wouldn't hit me.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Hold shift down while you're flying on your tech gear. You kind of stay in spot or whatever. You kind of hover, is what I want to say. So I was using that to tame a Rex. I didn't think to try it with one of the bosses. That's a great idea.
Oh, the first time I did it like that, I did it to a broodmother, because if you get above the broodmother, the spit can't hit you because she doesn't have the angle on it.
Right.
And the same thing works with the gorilla, because the gorilla can't throw that really big boulder at you from above.
And then his minions, they don't. Are they still throwing rocks at you?
Yeah, they are. That's why I just tap the move slightly, and if you just tap it slightly, you'll continue to move without having to hold it down. And if you just do it slightly, you move very slowly, but it's just enough that they always miss their throw.
That's pretty cool. I really thought that was pretty creative.
So did you then at that point just wait for the ads to despawn, or you just kind of just hop down on it and take your chance at putting the saddle on?
I actually glided myself down and landed right on top of the gorilla.
Okay. While the ads were still there.
Yes. And
Nice.
I had to do it a little bit faster, because the closer you got to the ads, the easier it was for them to hit you.
Mhm.
But it wasn't the rocks weren't dealing any. It was just they were blinding me when they would hit.
Okay.
And you're rocking some prime tech gear, obviously.
Yes.
So it doesn't break, and but they were blinding you. That's interesting.
Well, it's like when the Mesopithecus will throw poop.
Oh, right. Okay.
It doesn't do the kind of the same effect as the poop does, but it does do the flash across your vision.
Right. Huh, that's interesting. So anyway, my part's a little bit long-winded, but one of the things that I thought would be a good idea would be to tame an alpha pteranodon as soon as possible and then craft an alpha saddle for it as soon as you can, because it can serve as a fairly decent starter tank for other low-tier alphas and vanilla dinos. And a Therizino is also an excellent starter alpha. It can be very tanky. And then tech tribesmen. They can be soloed, but don't focus on the Rex. Focus on the tech guy. The easiest and most fun is to have at least one other friend or tribe mate help. One of you can tank the Rex while the other kills the tech tribesman. And the tech tries and focuses on the rider, not the dino, so your armor will break and then you'll die. And, one thought I had was maybe taking an extra set of armor with you. And this is all obviously before you have prime gear. And, I have told them I've almost died from soloing them. The problem is his Rex is like a tank, and you'll get stuck on him. And then tech guy, he's shooting at you. And so that's a pretty interesting fight. And then don't stand by a ledge. We got a really cool video out there that I just posted for
you got it
fighting a
posted?
tech
Nice.
guy. Yeah, I posted
Nice.
it in Discord. So anyway, and then we have Center and Scorched Earth maps clustered together. So boss taming is kind of a work in progress for us on Scorched Earth, but we did manage to tame a gorilla by using 2 past set rock golems to tank, and that was Prometheus and I.
Yeah.
That was interesting and fun. So I learned a lot from that too. But fighting and or tanking subsequent gorillas, the tamed gorilla, and this is on Scorched Earth, has so far proved to be quite a challenge. And I think I'm pretty sure I died on every single attempt so far because the gorilla's minions throw rocks at the rider and not the mount. And desert cloth armor don't give you very much protection. But one of the things that Tuxedo and I started talking about and trying to do is we started experimenting with a mixture of armor types, like just wearing the desert cloth gloves, to get the insulation value, and then the rest is riot gear. But this is a problem we still need to work through.
Mm-hmm.
So
And
it
that's
is
all I've
Mr.
got.
Kirkanos' turn.
Okay, what I want to do is to spotlight a mod that works extremely well with the Extinction Core mod, and it's the Tech Bench. Like you heard earlier, I was using the tech to do the taming because it allows you to get in positions that you can't while on dinos. And it also allows you, when you're in the water, you can do taming real easy in the water as well, because use that jetpack underwater and you can race down creatures, get real close to them. And with the Extinction Core, you can use the Trank Pike, and you can get right up on a Mosa and pike it a few times, and then you can use the jetpack to get out of there. And when you see it start to run away because it's getting too high in torpor, you can use the jetpack and catch up to it and hit and trank it some more and knock it out. Also, the one good thing about the Tech Bench mod is that it allows you to use all the current tech abilities without actually having to go into the arenas and fighting and killing the different level of bosses to open up the Ingram for it. You can go ahead and learn the Ingram ahead of time. Another thing that that mod does is it allows you to use materials to craft element, so you can use all the tech gear and all the tech building materials and everything that the mod allows. And though it is fairly rare material and really expensive to make the element, it is really worth it to make the element and to have your tech gear going as soon as possible. On the seasonal server, it took me a little while to get into the tech stuff, but when we came to Falloon server, I immediately, within the first week of in there, I was fully tech geared out and going at it like that. So yeah, that's what I want to bring in. It's like, I think it's a perfect addition to the Extinction Core mod. Anyone else want to say anything on the Tech Bench?
I think the Tech Bench is great. It allows you to reach those levels that it's just too difficult to do, at least initially.
I agree. I think it was a no-brainer when Foe and I had paired, when we had the Extinction Core on the seasonal server. Like, the minute that tech stuff came out, we're like, there's just no way, because Extinction Core had white tribesmen that magically had tech T-Rexes and already had this crazy ass gear, and they didn't have to go run in and do raids and kill bosses. They were just given it. So we figured, what the hell, we need to be just given it. You know, like, we needed to be able to make it more accessible, because there's no way, you know. So I agree, it definitely is a awesome thing. Awesome.
And the really cool thing for the server administrator is a lot of that stuff is customizable for, you know, like the number of materials you need to craft items. I mean, if you wanted to get into it that deep, you could do that. There's a lot of a lot of the things you can do as an admin for that.
I'm a huge fan of the tech bench.
Yeah, but even at the original cost, I felt it was worth it. Even how expensive it was for the element, it was still worth it to make the element. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, that brings us to Giga.
Okay, way back on the seasonal server that was on the island, I got to the point where I had one of every boss with the exception of the Broodmother tamed. And at that point, there's really nothing else to do. It's like, once you get to that point, I mean, I could have gone for one of the Primordials, but by that point in the season, Zathar had abandoned us, so I just use his.
Right.
Like, nobody else was using them, so whenever I needed one, I just used his. Yeah, so I went out and I made it my mission to tame one of every boss, and the only two that I missed out on were the Dodo Wyvern and the Broodmother. And I missed out on the Broodmother because, honestly, if you have like a Manticore, it's not worth the tame. Unless you're trying to collect them all.
Oh, I forgot about the Manticores.
Oh, they are so good.
I forgot about those crazy
I
assholes.
love the
I hate
Manticore.
those things.
They're amazing.
They're assholes.
Oh,
You know what? Just because you
They
built your
are.
base right next to where the Manticores lived.
I did not either. I was across a map from where they live.
Nah, I
Wasn't
saw
it
where you
Rebels?
were built up the first
You
time.
were right next to me.
No, I wasn't.
Literally, I could throw a stone and hit your base.
No, you.
I don't know what is.
I was
I'm
up
always
north, remember?
chilling where I
No,
build.
because you're always in Zathar's base.
No, I was up north. I lived on an iceberg. It was great.
Break out your rulers, boys. We're gonna compare e-peens.
Yeah, no, I did spend a lot of time at Zathar's base, though, because he built the tech originator, and I didn't feel like building one if there was already a perfectly good one to use.
yes, makes perfect sense.
Those things are expensive.
So, I'm
But,
up
yeah.
next, and I have two tales to tell.
Wait, was Giga done?
Oh, sorry, I thought he was.
I interrupted the shit out of him.
Yeah, basically just don't focus too much on trying to get all the bosses, because once you get them all, you're going to realize that there's really not much else to do.
Like, yeah, that kind of goes with what Fo was saying. Like, at some point,
Yeah, you got to
no
pace
matter what
yourself.
game you play, really, I mean, you're gonna seal it out, but it's kind of up to you to find new. That's what part of being a sandbox game is plopping your ass down that sandbox and finding something else to entertain yourself with.
Of course, they added that Primordial Dragon recently, so there you go.
Dun dun.
You should just join me down under in the water.
No, no, no.
I have to say, that's what I'm going to try doing. Ah, shit. Alright, I'm coming, Prometheus.
Yeah, I'm trying to save our stuff here.
Are you guys
I
getting
can get
attacked?
No, I got a puddle jumper stuck in the air over Lava
goodness.
Island.
It must have glitched. Get on that.
No,
Phil.
Giga, oh yeah, one more thing that nobody's mentioned. Gigas, their roar, it knocks you off your tame.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And it stuns the tame.
Yeah, it stuns the tame and knocks you off.
Like a
So,
normal
like,
one?
if you're a normal Giga, so if you're like flying over one, it's gonna roar, and you're gonna get fall.
Is
It's
that
gonna
like
either kill
in the
you or
game now, or just Extinction Core?
just Extinction Core.
Oh, okay. Thank God. No, that would be cool to have for real.
Yeah.
In vanilla.
Like, Gigas need one more thing to make them gods of PvP.
Yeah, right.
Okay,
right.
now are you done?
Now I think
now
it's
I'm
safe,
done.
Romo. I think it's safe.
All right. Sorry about that. So
You can let it back out.
we have two. I have two tales to share. The first one was the
Oh my god.
the time I took Synchro out to show him how to fight a Scion, and I jump on my monkey boss, and we kind of get all prepared, and he's on a rock golem, and it gets to the point where we're fighting the nature variant, which does a ton of torpor damage at the same time of this. So I went to feed the monkey or the gorilla a detox, and I had sedatives in my own inventory, and I'm trying to work fast. And the interesting thing that happened is I looked at my own inventory for whatever reason when I went to do it and fed myself a sedative. And as soon as I hit it, I realized what I had done, and I was like, "Oh shit!" Oh shit. So I started feeding not only the gorilla a detox, but a detox for myself. But I forgot the sedative does like an extended amount of torpor. So even though I had no more torpor initially, like a minute, like half a minute later, I was still getting torpor the whole time, and I wasn't watching my own torpor at that moment. And about 30 seconds or so into the fight, my guy yawns and falls off of the tame, and I'm like, oh no, oh no. And here he is trying to fight off the Scion by himself, and my monkey is, I know, needing a blood vial to keep him alive. And it literally was within seconds of me waking up, my monkey dies. I grab the bag that he had dropped, grab his saddle and everything so I can tame another one. And the next thing I know, the rock golem dies, and yeah, so it didn't end great. I did try to fight him with my tech gear a little bit, but I just wasn't doing any damage that was worth it to speak of. And the other tale I had was when this server first started, I kind of hit the ground running because I had a lot of extra time on my hands. And I had built up really quickly. I had an egg farm going. I had a whole bunch of resources, and I was well on my way. I think I was probably the furthest along than anyone else, other than maybe Falloon, who had like a week head start on me during his testing phase. But I tamed a Rex not far from my house or my base, and the foot of the Rex was like stuck in the ground when I tamed him. And I was just like, it was a vanilla Rex, and it was just another Rex to try and increase the egg production of the egg farm. And it was like no skin off my back. I was like, oh well, it's stuck in the ground. It's pretty easy to tame, especially once you have sedatives and you just basically shoot one poison arrow at it. It drops down quick. You throw some prime meats in it. You feed it a sedative, and literally within seconds you have your own tamed Rex. So it was not a big deal that I couldn't move him. I tried throwing a saddle on him. No, nothing would work. So I said, whatever. It's not the end of the world. I logged in later that day, and I just logged in, and it said that Rex was eaten by a manicore. And I was like, man, that's not that far. I was like, there's a manicore not that far, and he just ate that Rex. And I was like, okay, I hope he doesn't kind of pick his way over here, but no big deal. The Rex was stuck anyway. And the next thing I know, the entire base is like literally imploding on itself. The manicore spawns these ridiculously overpowered vultures everywhere, and they just do a crazy amount of damage. The manicore is eating my entire egg farm and every dino that's in there, and the vultures are making sure they're getting through any hole they can get into my base. Eventually, the entire base is wiped, aside from one box that was left on the side, where I was just putting crap in that I didn't even want. So needless to say, it was like having to start completely over on the server. Of course, Fel came by and he gathered a bunch of resources to help me try to rebuild. And since then, knock on wood, I've built up pretty well here and got a full metal base, and everything's going very well, and tons of resources. And I never rebuilt the egg farm because I've kind of got to the point where I realized in Extinction Core you don't need an egg farm really. You just need to kill a lot of tribesmen, which they tend to be around no matter what. So we went and I killed a bunch of tribesmen to rebuild my kibble and got a bunch of pretty large dinos, and then kind of did exactly what Falloon was doing, where he kind of skipped the alpha dinos and got a Titano. And once you get to the Titano level, which is kind of like a mini boss, no pun intended, but they're the first tier. And I think the other dino that I found that was close enough but not considered a boss was the Alpha Giga that I tamed on the seasonal server last time we played. And either of those are great dinos to kind of skip the alpha tier altogether and get right into boss tier. And once I did that, once I had a Titano, we were able to go and kill quite a bit of things and gather black pearls and do a bunch of stuff like that. So yeah, that's my second tale, and I'm gonna pass it over to Esme.
All right. Well, mine is a punching trees tip. This mod is played best with others, like what Giga was saying. My first encounter with an Alpha Sarka taught me that without my CRR gaming pal, old Tuxedo Badger, my party boat I had spent a week building would have been reduced to metal shavings and a few more jumps. So, he arrived to help save the day in my boat by aiding in the removal killing of these two Alpha Sarkos, because I was getting hammered, man. It was
bananas.
Oh, it was crazy. Because I moved into, when we had put it on the island map, on our seasonal, I had moved into near the Green Knob, that awesome swamp waterfall, and after being attacked and pretty much held prisoner in my base, because I had tribes people and bosses and freaking prime boas and all that crap. I'm like, yeah, I want something a little bit more peaceful, a little bit more my style. So I was going to move to the West Coast, but I thought the best way to do that was to go out to Irby Island, farm the crap out of some metal where it's nice and safe and there's no crazy things over there, and then build this party boat and then move that over to the swamp out in the ocean, and I was just gonna load up my people. Well, man, those Alpha Sarkos smelled my boat from a mile away, came at it, and those things don't mess around. That's why it's like they can just chomp through that vanilla stuff. Like, I had all metal, and it wasn't lasting I would have been chomped on hardcore. But luckily we had the the Stargate mod on, so Tuxedo had picked the right Stargate. I just happened to be in front of it, and boop, popped out, and then helped me kill all that stuff. So definitely it helps to have friends when you're playing, and have people that if they're on, they can come and help save you. That sucks. And also, line of sight so far seems to save you if you're like me and you don't have a bunch of big baddies to help protect you. Because I built right now on Falloon's center one, I have built in the center in the redwoods. So I was really kind of freaked out, so I was just cramming. Luckily, I'm not far from metal and stuff there either, and I was just making a whole bunch of structures plus spikes and a wall around my dino gates around my base to kind of block, because there are tribes people over there, and so far my base was a-okay. So I think as long as you keep like any piece in Ark, any stage you are in game, lock those dinos up, get them out of sight, because if you they catch a whiff of you, they're gonna come after you. And then you guys said that they can even spawn because when the tribes people come up on you, they whistle, and like sometimes the dinosaurs they whistle that like magically drop from the sky will like land inside your walls. That's what you guys were saying.
Oh yeah,
I've had one do that, trolling me.
Yeah. So that's not cool.
I had a black tribesman fall into my base once.
Oh man.
Who had the tribe people walk up into their base?
Me in my kitchen.
That's right, you were in your kitchen.
I was in my kitchen making some jerky, and I thought like it was one of you guys, like coming to say hi. I was just like standing in the doorway like a freaking creep. And as soon as I saw him, I was like, "What are you doing?" Then I had to pull out some like weaponry and take him out. He started whistling. It was a big mess.
Gotta watch out for those black tribes. They summon in Dodo Rexies. Lava Island. Lava Island is where the black tribe spawns on the center. The white tribe, they floating island,
over.
right? Yeah,
I've seen them everywhere.
They always had the blue one. It's just they're more prevalent on the center.
Yeah, I think they were just up north.
Oh, the blue tribe is the scuba tribe.
Uh-huh.
If they're after you and you're on your raft, you cannot get away from them. They swim as fast as your raft.
Oh my god, that's horrible.
They're
just as fast as your raft.
Oh no, that sucks. Hey, some dude.
Get out of here, merman. I don't want none of you. I don't need a merman.
In our Twitch, some dude has stopped in our Twitch chat to come and visit us.
Just in time for the merman
Thanks
talk.
for saying hey. Saying hey on our impromptu. We didn't really advertise. Nobody really expects us to be here on a Friday, so.
It would be cool if the scuba tribe attacked you with tridents.
Yes,
That would be cool.
Awesome.
They use trank pikes.
Great. Fun.
I love that. That's
So
that's
they'll
awesome.
hit you and knock you out while you're in the water, and there you go, drowning.
Because
That's what I
that
love
doesn't
about them.
kill you or anything.
And they do the what are they called? The baryonyx?
Baryonyx?
Yeah, the baryonyx.
Yeah, those
the
things
ones
are
that will do the spin
treats.
move and stun you.
Yeah, those suck.
But you know what? I'd rather fight 100 blue tribesmen than those fucking eels.
I haven't even seen an eel yet on the.
Yeah, I haven't seen the eels on the center.
That's nothing. Prime True Dunes are like even more evil than their counterparts.
Yeah, they are.
Those
They
things are
summon
brutal.
a bunch of little ones.
And they're
Yes.
fast, man. They're
And they're
super
They
fast.
could take so much damage.
I want to tame one, to be honest, but I've never even been able to tame a vanilla one, let alone let alone
the
a
prime.
prime.
The prime
You have to
Trodons are
feed
nothing.
alpha dinos.
Wait till you get knocked off your alpha Argy by a prime micro raptor jumping out in the air and taking you right off.
Can you tame those micro raptors and ride them?
Yeah.
Fly 'em?
Yeah.
They fly really funny because when you're in the air, their legs kind of both like splay out to left and right, and they look really funny when they're flying around.
The weird thing about them, because we tamed one on Scorched Earth server, and the flying animation looks different if you're riding it or if you're watching somebody fly.
Yeah, it looks.
Yeah, that happens
It looks
a lot
like
with
it's.
things.
Yeah.
Looks like it's just walking around.
Right.
Kind of in the air. It's kind of funny.
So now it's Mr. Tuxedo Badger's turn.
Alright, well, I got a punching trees tip for Extinction Core, and that is location, location, location. If you're on the island, you really don't want to build anywhere near the redwoods because that's where all the manicore spawn, and whatever
Like
you have
30
is.
of them.
Yeah, it's gonna get eaten real quick. I personally built in the hidden lake up there, and I thought I was safe for the longest time until a single mana core spawn would just pop up randomly and wait for me to log on. And as soon as I would log in, my screen would explode red, and dinos would start dropping dead like crazy.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm. And these things will attack, like they'll eat through metal. They're not really scared of anything, and they will fly straight up into your base. And so if you see one spawning somewhere, it's probably a good idea not to build there. So, I don't know, that's just basically it. Make sure that you build somewhere that's decently safe.
Like the south. Build in the south.
Even the west coast, southwest wasn't bad.
Yeah, right. By Red Ob on the island is really good. By Green Ob on Scorched Earth seems to be okay.
Yeah, Scorched Earth. That's the thing, man. Falloon.
I was gonna say Green Ob on like the island. It's that's the Torpor zone, man.
Right.
Take me down to Torpor City.
Take me down to Torpor City.
And yeah, on the center, I don't know. I think the redwoods are okay on the center, but basically, if you want to be safe, building ruins might be your best bet.
Is that where Prometheus was building at first?
Yeah, didn't he just have a story about getting wiped by a manicore?
He is also not in the same ruins as me. I'm ruins, and I'm fine.
Well, I think you know what it is. The part of the story I didn't include was I tempted Ark Taketh. I had a great night, and I tamed. What did I tame? Oh crap! It all died now that I can't remember. But I had tamed 2 good dinos, and had like a really good night before. And I said, you know what? I know how Ark works. I'm gonna log off and tell Ark Taketh to go fuck himself, basically. And you're not getting this shit. And so that's when I logged in the next morning. I tamed that Rex, and not even 12 hours later, Ark Taketh said, "Oh, I'm gonna take everything," and then just wiped me off for that. Except for that one box, It was like, hey, you missed the spot.
Well,
you missed the spot there.
Then a couple days later, you hadn't built your fence in the upper area yet, and I was like, Promo, you should probably build a fence up there. Like, yeah, I know, but I'm gonna do it later. And then that same day, an Alpha Therizino falls into your base and went to town.
Yeah, he took out a little bit. I had enough dinos back there. There was a couple gigas and some stuff, but he killed one Alpha mammoth, which was basically doing nothing, of course. But
yeah, I tamed that mammoth.
I think one of the shocking things about the Extinction Core is the fact that there literally is alpha everything. Like, you wouldn't think you'd ever see an alpha parasaur. Bam, there's an alpha parasaur. There's alpha pterodons, alpha dodo, like everything there's an alpha. And I think that was the part that cracked me up about this mod, was just seeing the most docile little animals running around flames.
Like a turkey?
Yeah. Oh my God. Turkey! You and that turkey, man.
This turkey held me hostage
Those turkeys,
in that goddamn lake for like a week.
It's crazy. I remember
you
that
gotta
now.
tiptoe around those things.
I shot that thing like 100 times and it just would not die.
Yeah, you were so, like, when we first had added that, you were so engrossed on killing that thing. Like, everybody else was talking to you, saying, dark, 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 dark. And then we would just get, like, this play, like, damn turkey! Stop turkey! Like, he was just, you could tell, he was not gonna give up. He was not gonna give up.
Those turkeys will fuck you up, man.
Oh, and if you hit them, they aggro all the other dinos around you.
One thing I found out about the turkey is they can't take torpor real good. You can knock them out quick.
I tried to knock this one out and he was not going down. I don't know what kind of turkey this was, but he would like aggro from the next city over. He'd come trucking over and punch me in the face constantly.
Oh, and the zombie dodos too. That's
no joke.
Fucking dumb.
Things suck, and those
Like,
come
okay.
out with the skeleton dinos, right? Like
and they're all over Carno and Lava Islands.
Yep.
And all over the desert.
They're fucking
Scorched Earth is terrible. Oh my God, they just spawn everywhere.
And their aggro range is like from ob to ob. It's ridiculous. Like, you'll be running through the desert, turn around, and there's 50 of these fuckers coming at you angry, and you're like, oh,
straight up, like you'll get a fucking horde of them just bum rush you.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
they're no joke. They I had a pack of them take out like half of my boss
That
boss gorilla's
sucks.
health.
They will
Right
like
there.
circle around you super fast, just outside of melee range, so you can't hit them, and then they run in and just eat the shit out of you. And it's
And they do torpor as
Yeah.
well, if I remember correctly.
They do.
So
Like
Wow.
everything else in this mod.
But they'll kill you before the torpor even affects you.
Yeah.
So would you guys say like if a person or a gaming group or a server owner or even a single player, if they were getting bored with Ark and they wanted to spice up their game and they want to do it in stages, would you go island center scorched? Like how is that the progression of maps? With
Nah, go scorched.
I
start with it on
Go
the
ahead.
island, then go center, then go scorched.
As far as, in my opinion, just the progression-wise, I think what you'd have to, especially now with the Ascension mechanic, what you want, probably the easiest way to get to Ascension is to be on the island.
Oh, okay.
Because, you don't have the dragon boss on the center.
Okay.
So that's going to be an issue for us. I've been trying to think of what we can do to overcome that.
We could add a third server to the cluster.
Well, that or
Can you add like our sanctuaries, or would they all have to have the same mods?
Yeah, it's gonna have the same mods.
Oh, so you could fire one up because you wanted to host a server, Prometheus. You could probably.
I was talking about that. Yeah, there was
Te-
definitely something I considered if everybody was kind of on board with it.
But here's the thing. I mean, the artifacts that you need to craft the matrix, with the center and the and scorched earth, you can get every artifact with the exception of one that can only be found on the island. So it's almost set up in a way, and I'm sure that artifact probably just drops from a chieftain. So the plus side to the way these are set up is that rather than having 3 of them that we were worried about dropping, which were the scorched earth artifacts, we've now got access to scorched earth. We can just go run those caves real quick and we've got them. So I don't know. I mean, it's probably all preference as which map you like the most.
I was thinking for like.
Oh, sure.
Oh, it's brutal. It's crazy
that's,
brutal.
That's right. Yeah.
I don't know.
No, the island's
I
more
disagree.
intense than center.
The center's
Yeah, because
the center's
in
more
the
predictable.
center, everything's on that one island that has a literal fucking moat around it. Yeah. Center is easy mode.
Yeah, that's what I think.
See, the island
center's
is
just
smaller, and you have like bosses crossing paths on the island.
Right.
Or you'll find like 30 mana cores in the redwoods and
Yeah, and they'll all like fly to around the redwoods or
Yeah.
travel towards the redwoods. So
there's
on
like
the
that river that is in between the redwoods and the forest around the base of the volcano. That river, there's always like alpha gigas or like at least 3 bosses.
yeah.
Yeah, that was like Death Valley right there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And somebody was dumb enough to build there. I can't remember who it was, but somebody had a base there.
I don't know. He wasn't there for long.
Yeah, he quit real early in. And pussy out. Too much. Too violent. Bunch of casuals.
Which is tough, seeing it wasn't even PvP.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't PvP and it wasn't official, and we scared people away. So we won that day, I guess.
I'm gonna have to get around to. Running a PvP server.
You said that you were going to run a PvP server so you could screw with people.
Pretty much. Mods like
Nobody's going to
Arczilla
want
on
to join
there.
your PvP server.
Super trank rifle. It's gonna be great.
You're a brat.
Everybody
Gonna be
hears this is like,
awesome.
nope.
Don't
gonna have it
ever
open to the
join a
public.
Gigabyte server, ladies and gentlemen.
Nah, join my server. It's gonna be awesome.
Hashtag hugs for
It's gonna be called Cat and Mouse. That's what it will be called.
Hashtag
only
Giga
one
plays by
cat.
himself.
Yeah. Hashtag
No, like I wouldn't do stuff like no clip into people's base and put narcotic traps all over their house. I wouldn't do
that's
that.
not something you would do.
Yeah, you had that well too thought out.
I know,
I'd
right?
just wait and,
You had that in the cannon there. That was
In PvP, you put narcotic traps in your own house.
Yeah.
Nah, I'll put them in their house.
All
That's
right.
That
what
flying
we're
raft
for.
mod looks cool though.
Yeah, I have yet to. Yeah, that's another topic for another time. Did
Yeah.
you want to run and do last call, Mr. Promo?
Yeah, well, let's do last call. And one of the things I didn't cover, but actually, you have a little sound clip for us, don't you? Last call.
Oh yeah, that's why.
But let's do it. Yeah.
It's closing time. Pack up all those dinos and head out into the real world. It's closing time.
Closing
You
time.
have to go home, but you can stay here. I don't want to have to log right now. I don't want you to have to log right now. But it's closing time. The rated Ark is ready to pull the plug.
All right.
So yeah, the last call I had was something that we didn't cover during the show. Was the mods that we kind of bundle with Extinction Core to kind of, I guess, nerf it in some ways, and make our lives a little better. One of the main ones I wanted to talk about was the Stargate mod. If you were ever a fan of the show or the movies, that's a great mod. You set up these Stargates around the map, and you kind of teleport to these different locations. They have the puddle jumper, which is an excellent spaceship thing that we use. Sorry?
I said it's basically a space dildo and it flies around and it's amazing.
It's great. You can,
Oh,
you
and
can-
Prometheus didn't notice, but it has a GPS when you look into the cockpit mode, which is pretty cool.
GPS.
Oh my
Great.
god.
You guys are rotten.
Look, if you get a puddle jumper, you're never going to tame another flyer. They make flyers completely irrelevant.
I use Quetzal still
Why?
because they hover
I
better.
shun puddle jumpers
Okay,
and all
they
puddle
hover,
jumpers.
they hover better than literally like hovering perfectly.
And all farms are
I shun social media and all its forms.
I shun social media.
I'm sorry, but a puddle jumper is superior in every way.
God, too silly. You guys are silly.
So what else? I'm going blank. I didn't know we had pub mod on here.
That was so funny.
Apparently, I made myself look like a jackass on this show.
That's totally staying in.
I know
man.
Falloon isn't running it on his server, but in my single player, I have Extinction Core and Mr. Rad Tools Incorporated or something like that running.
Yeah, Phil was a
And-
fan of that one. He had that on his
Yeah.
Scorched Earth one.
I've seen the Mr. Rad Tool wall go up against some of the alphas, and it breaks eventually, but it lasts like, I want to say 3 or 4 times as long as regular walls.
That one was
So-
just added to the program, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's on the sponsored
Yeah,
mod list
yep.
too.
Oh wow, really?
Not to mention it adds like a couple new guns, and I think there's a couple like chairs in there as well.
So some
Oh,
other
yeah,
mods we
chairs.
have on the server is a stacking mod, HG stacking, if I'm not mistaken. Right, Falloon?
Yep, that's right.
Yeah, those are basically just quality of life. It's better to carry a whole bunch of more resources. Kind of builder friendly in that regard.
Yeah, you use a lot more resources in this than you do in vanilla, for sure.
Right. You build massive bases because you get a bunch of huge dinos and bosses, and you kind of go all out on building the base. I'm kind of blanking on the other mods we have, guys. What do we?
Dude, we have it on
Upgrade
our blog.
bench?
Oh, S plus, of course. But that goes without saying. The upgrade bench, which is a great mod. If anyone hasn't tried that out yet, it allows you to take a vanilla item and upgrade it through its stages of progression. What are those stages again? Those are uncommon.
It depends on the server, because Extinction Core has its own.
Right, they rename them, but basically all the way up from each tier, and then you could even augment them. So the upgrade station gives you an augment station as well that you add onto that workbench, and the augment allows you to add all kinds of other boost other stats on those things, whether that be the thermo and the hypothermal ratings on your stuff, and they also have the blueprint part that attaches to that all together to make one big crafting station. And you can basically take an item that you've built and it destroys it, but it turns it into a blueprint as it is in its state, and allows you to kind of build those items easier, I guess. Other than S+, the upgrade station, HG, Stargate. Oh, Personal Grave, yes. If you guys haven't tried Personal Grave, it makes you a whole lot more bold. Brave, yeah. You kind of get out there and actually play the game.
Death Recovery, I believe.
Yep. Death Recovery, yeah.
Yeah, it's like Death Recovery or something.
I linked it in the show notes, everybody. The Google Doc information Fel has put together for what you guys are talking about.
I'm surprised she didn't just link the blog.
I did that below in my section. So.
Correct.
Gotta pimp the blog.
I am going to do that next. Thank you for wrecking my...
Last call.
You go ahead and put a spoiler alert?
No. Just messing with you.
Great. So the meat spoiler is another mod that we have on there, and that's basically if you want to rock out to some calypso music while you spoil your meat.
You like saying that right there, didn't you?
So Prometheus, you're telling me that I can chill out at home, sit back, listen to some tunes, and spoil my meat.
Yep, you can spoil your meat.
Nice.
And have a fun time doing it. And the last mod that we have on there is the egg and poop collector.
My meat's always spoiled.
The egg and poop collector is another great mod that allows you to automatically collect the eggs and poop that you have dropping from your dinos. It adds the next step further where it automates the process of creating fertilizer and those things using different other parts that it has, and it kind of it fixes some of those more mundane things, right? I mean, nobody wants to sit there. How many hours do you want to sit there and play the game where you collect crap dropping on the floor? Yeah.
And one of the coolest things it does, it refills your plot boxes with fertilizer.
So, regarding that, I haven't tried it yet, but some of the guys were saying that it doesn't work very well with the structures plus crop plots.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time. I haven't successfully gotten it to work. The option is there, but it doesn't seem to work with S+ stuff. So at this point, I've gotten to the I resolved to just using S+ crop plots, and then once in a while you go around and fill them, because the S+ allows you to have a lot more slots to put fertilizer in them. So at that point, it lasts long enough to where it kind of doesn't matter that much anymore.
Also, the S+ item collector is trash.
Oh yeah,
well,
that's definitely garbage.
I was reading something on that here a little while back, and I think the issue that most people have with it is the propellant, and that it burns up really fast, and it's you can't really make it on the center. It's more of a scorched earth thing, or you can't make it on the island. It's not as easy, I guess, or it can't be done. One of the two.
No, you can only do it in the S+ grinder.
Right. So, and people were talking about that too, but I think what he was saying, the mod author was saying, was that he was going to look into changing that. Now, I don't know what that means, if it's going to be different for, each map, or something that's common for each map, or something that's a little more readily available. I don't know. I guess that'll remain to be seen. So I'm kind of looking forward to that myself.
I don't know. I kind of want to see the ability to, you know how you can use the, like if you're building something in a fabricator, you can pull exactly what you need now? I kind of want to see you like able to set, like it's pull ×1, but why can't you pull like ×30? Like say you're making metal arrows in the fabricator and you want to just pull exactly what you need to make 30.
Yeah, I'm hoping
it's
something like
it's
that
a
too.
step in the right direction, right? We didn't have that before, and we've now have the ability to do that. That seems like a rather simple code change to eventually include. But yeah, those are definitely huge quality of life improvements. There are some items that I've gotten at ×10 when creating. And they usually are like building pieces and stuff like that. But as of recently, I stopped seeing it. So I don't know if another mod maybe disabled it. Maybe it was causing issues. But I haven't seen it recently. But when that update did first drop on S Plus, that was an option for a short
Also,
time.
everybody learn the tech engrams quick while you still can. Who needs tech grams when you can just learn all the S Plus tech stuff?
Cheater.
Not a cheater. It's not my fault.
True.
Like, hey, I get my underwater base without having to do a stupid boss fight.
I'm excited for the boss fight. Boom.
Yeah,
Isn't it the dragon that unlocks the moon poles anyway? Like the
The
moon
what?
pole in the compartment? Isn't it the dragon that unlocks those? So I couldn't have gotten them anyway.
We killed a dragon the other day, actually.
Yeah, but you don't get the tech grams for those. Oh yeah, is that something we mentioned? Killing the bosses on the map in Extinction Core doesn't give you the tech grams. You have to go to the arena.
All right. Well, my last call is visit our blog to see all of the games we're playing together in the Ark servers we have to share with our CRR members, or even some are for our public friends. And you can find that at crrgaming.blogspot.com. We are currently getting members grouped up for League of Legends, Heroes of the Storm, some Diablo 3, Ark Survival Evolved, and Grand Theft Auto 5, just to name a few. So all that discussion goes on in our Discord. People try to hook up throughout the week to knock some stuff out or see if anybody is interested in certain games. So we're not strictly Ark, although most of us play that most of the time. We do have other games that we like to play together. So yeah, there's that. Did we?
Are you calling Chuck Norris a liar?
Would you rather?
Oh, it's a humdinger. Oh, wow.
Would you rather?
Tell me what?
Oh my god.
Oh my god, that would be so weird.
No, let's not go there.
Why did I ask this?
Oh my goodness, no.
Would you
stop.
rather? Would you rather?
Going on down here.
Where we better not.
Mine and tuxedos are pretty messy.
To be fair, I thought of mine before I saw
Some
yours.
degeneracy going on down here.
Yeah, I thought about it today at work.
Oh, there we go. Well, mine says, would you
What's
rather
this gonna
pee
be?
every time you stood up or poop every time you sit down?
Oh boy.
Every time you stand up.
Like, are we
You're
talking
gonna
a little bit of
pee.
a trickle or full flow?
Just pee. It doesn't. Yeah, you're just gonna pee like you normally would. Or every time you sit down, you're gonna crap yourself.
It's like uncontrolled, or can you
Well, I
you
think,
just have
you
to
can
go?
So you're wondering like if you can pinch it off or like.
Yeah, can you hold
Carry
it
a bottle
with,
with you.
or is it just like you just ate Taco Bell or something and then?
I think.
Like the
Oh, well,
newspaper
yeah.
comes out.
I'll take the pee because I mean I can hold that for hours.
You could also wear a diaper.
Yeah.
There you go.
You
could
can't just
wear,
hold
like,
it. You gotta
Miss,
pee.
Yeah, but I'll pee when I'm damn ready.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, are you like asking if you could like store up peas?
Oh goodness.
Carry a bottle with you.
Go to the movies, man, and just Fill up the drink bottle and sit it in a cup holder a couple chairs down. Nah, I'm talking about pee in it and then leave it. I've seen worse in movie theaters.
Definitely pee.
What was it? P standing up? Wait, what was it again? I'm gonna sit down and poop.
Every time.
Yeah. No, because I'm sitting on the toilet every time I sit down.
Just like sit down 3 or 4 times on the toilet every morning so you're completely empty.
Exactly. So if you do sit at work, it's just like a little Hershey's kiss. No big deal. So you already emptied out. And I would eat a lot of fiber to keep it thick, so
Lots
it's
of
not running.
Or what if somebody, slipped in an X-Lax or something? Just because they knew every
That's
time
horrible.
you sat,
Gigabyte.
you shit yourself.
That sounds like something
Yeah,
Gigabyte
Gigabyte
do.
might do that. Gigabyte's like, I'm asking for a friend.
Man,
Well,
I
guess
knew a
what?
girl
Time
in
is
You know
high
what?
school that would do that. If you pissed her
Then
off, she'd
that
like smile
happens.
and bring you cookies the next day. They
There
always
you
had
go.
like laxatives in them.
Yeah.
Then
you
guess
break
where
one
I'm
of her
hanging
limbs?
out. Then guess where I'm
No,
hanging
I
you
didn't
hit her
break
with a
her
piece
arm,
of
although
celery?
sometimes I wish I had.
Oh, God.
Well, she's giving people laxatives. That's
If
a little
someone
bit more.
slips me a
Yeah,
laxative because they know I do that, I'm hanging out in their office for the rest of the day. Yeah, smell it. I want you to.
That's so nasty.
I'm gonna leave my scent behind.
Oh, my God. Are you
You know
going
what?
to drag
I'll
your
pull my
butt
pants
along
down.
the
I'll press
carpet?
up against their wall, and I'll leave like an ink blotch.
Are you going to
It'll
do
be like a butterfly. Like,
Do
look,
it like
it's
a
a butterfly.
dog does, where they drag their ass across the carpet. Just do that. It'd be like Foe just scooting everywhere he went. God.
The ass wheelies.
His
I'll
name
pull
will be
the ass
Hershey.
wheelies across their office floor.
Be like, damn it, Hershey's working again.
I'm like, is that a slug? Like, why are you leaving a trail behind you?
Oh, yeah, nasty. Oh, God. It's horrible. All right, Giga, what's your choice?
Pee.
You're gonna pee.
As
How
I
about-
said, I'll wear a diaper. I don't give a damn.
That's right. All right, how about you, Kirkanos?
Yeah, I got to go with pee. I'll carry a bottle and a towel around, and if someone's around, I'll be like, "Excuse me a second," and they'll just hear the zipper, have the towel over top, and when I stand up,
Want to
good to
see
go.
a magic trick?
Oh my God, you want to see a magic trick?
You like Mountain Dew, right, kids?
So silly.
Empty bottle, full bottle.
Now you see it. Now you see it. We have okay, Prometheus. What was your choice?
Well, I'm glad Kirkanos wins first because I'm going to go with his mod there. That's a great mod to that one. So yeah, I'll pee.
How about you, Tuxedo?
Based on just smell factor alone, I'm gonna choose the pee.
Yeah.
I don't want everybody being like, "Hey, that guy just shit his fucking pants!" Like every time I sit down.
Every time.
God. They're like, "Yeah, he just pee his fucking pants." I'm like, "Yeah, pee my pants. You don't pee your pants."
Exactly.
Or it's like, "You shit your pants." I'm not gonna be like, "Yeah, shit my pants." No.
All the cool people do it.
Exactly.
All the cool people pee their pants. They don't shit their pants.
I think I'm gonna go with P2 because I'm gonna get like an endorsement deal with like Mrs. Lady Pants or something. I'm gonna be like rocking the adult diaper, and I want to be their spokesperson. And I think I might just keep some extra spray bottles in my purse. So if anybody makes fun of me, I'll just spray their crotch and make them look like they pissed themselves too. I'd be like, what? What's that? Oh, yeah, that's right. Now you look like you pissed yourself. Now we're friends.
Wait,
Now
so
you're in my
are you
boat.
gonna carry spray bottles of your own urine, or
Maybe
just like
that's
water?
oh my God, I love the way you think.
It would be
now
cheap.
that I'll just piss in my own bottle and just squirt the crotches of people walking by that made fun of me for pissing myself when I stood up.
You could just like get a catheter going from you to a bottle and just like straight up reload.
Oh my god! Or yeah, make it like one of those clown flowers.
Gotten so unsanitary.
Just like one of those clown flowers.
I'm not putting a catheter anywhere. I'm sorry.
Clown flowers.
Here's smell the flowers.
Oh my god, that is so crazy. Yep, that's what I'm doing. Easy peasy. Alright, what's your would you rather, Tuxedo?
Oh, 1 second.
What?
So my would you rather is, would you rather pee a little bit every time something startled you?
God damn it.
Or poop a little bit every time you found somebody attractive?
Oh my god.
You guys work together on these or
no,
what?
I swear to God,
I smell some teamwork.
100% I thought about this.
Is that what you smell?
Is that what
I
you
also
smell?
faux, but I'm polite.
We're all sitting right now, so I doubt that's what you smell.
Badger's sitting at work like, would you rather pee?
Yeah, man. I'm a grown-ass man. What do you think I do?
That's right, yep. Exactly. We all pretend to be adults here. Hey, so do we want to start? We'll start with Mr. Floon again. We'll just go on down the line.
Sure.
I'm actually laboring over this because as much as I play Ark, and as much as I enjoy being startled,
True.
probably okay.
But it's still
so attractiveness is just an opinion. That's something you can control. I think I'm going with the poop a little bit.
It's just a little bit of poop. It's not
Just
like
a
you
little-
shit your
Oh
pants.
my god! So it's
You're not like dropping logs.
Your race.
It's like a squirt. It's like a little squirt.
It's like coffee nuggets. You're just
You're
giving
leaving
out some coffee nuggets.
NASCAR tracks in your
I'm going with
undies. Like, that's awful.
Some brown racing stripes.
Could you imagine? That'd be horrible. Just a little squirt is horrible.
Don't most women pee a little bit if they get a little startled?
What?
I've never pissed myself because somebody scared me. Now, if you made me laugh really
Oh,
hard,
there we go.
I
That's
may,
the laugh. Okay, sorry.
I may
It's the laugh. Most women
feel
who've
like-
had children.
No, you just called Kegels, dude.
Okay. I don't know anything
Get
about
you some
it.
Ben
You don't know how
Bobbies.
to. You ask your wife what Kegels are. Tell her to.
I
Start
know
doing
what they are.
Kegels. Oh, you just said you didn't know anything about them. I got you. That's right. Go, you got some homework to do there, buddy.
Just like you knew about the GPS.
You
Prometheus,
got
it's
served.
okay.
Yeah, exactly. Just because you didn't know about the GPS.
We've had conversations about the damn GPS. Not even that long
Oh
ago.
my god.
This is forever.
This is forever.
Oh god. So, Fo, what's your choice?
I'm gonna go with the scared and pee, 'cause I don't get scared that much. So if I do, every time I do, I pee a little. So be it.
There you go. Yeah, I think that's.
Yeah, but no more playing games like Outlast.
I don't get startled like that, where it's gonna make me pee.
Alright, I'm gonna have to startle Bo at some point. Find a way.
What's your choice, Giga?
I'm gonna do the poop a little whenever I find somebody attractive. Because there's nobody attractive in my class. I'm good.
There you go.
It's not just like face to face. You see some hot chick on Facebook, you're gonna pee a little bit.
Don't use Facebook,
Poop a little bit.
so I'm still good.
That was just an example.
Oh.
Giga's watching My Little
Social-
Pony just pee in his
social
pants.
media.
Now, is this purely like attractive people? Because like I'll see a horse and I'll be like, man, I want to buy that horse. That's like a top-notch horse, or like a car.
You're gonna be like on the weird
I don't
fetish.
follow.
Is it purely a romantic attraction, or is it like, hey, this is something that I want? Let me
Like
buy
a
this.
sexy time attraction.
Oh, it says someone.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
found
So
someone
it's strictly
attractive.
someone. All right, then it's even better. 'Cause, like I don't find myself walking around going, "Oh, they're attractive. Oh, they're attractive. Oh, they're attractive."
But now you will.
You don't have to think about it. It doesn't have to be a conscious thought. You don't have to be like, oh, and just stare at somebody. You just go, oh, she's cute, and like walk by, and with a little bit of pee in your pants.
A little poo, I thought. A little poop every time.
Yeah, fair enough.
I think Kirkanos would be next, right?
Yeah. I'm like Poe. I don't get startled real easy, so I'll go with the P. And on top of that, my job has me out in the public a lot, and I live in the South, and there are a lot of attractive women around, and a lot of short skirts, and yeah, I couldn't do that.
I was wondering
way too
where
many
you're
attractive
gonna go
women
with
around.
this. I was like, where is he going with this?
Way too many
Dallas.
attractive women around where I work.
I've been to Dallas before. There's definitely like every woman tries really hard to look attractive in the South.
Are you sure about that? Because my class, man.
Cause what?
Because my class, none of them are trying, or if they are, I'm really disappointed.
Well, it sucks to be in your generation because they all don't want to shave their armpits and they're drawing their 9-inch thick eyebrows on their foreheads.
And the fact that I'm a white straight male makes me like Hitler.
You're kind of outnumbered there with the trends in your generation right now.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm living on the edge. I'm not gonna shave my legs anymore. You know. Oh,
They wear sleeping pants and
yeah.
UGG boots, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? I've lived in pajama pants this year.
Well,
been great.
See, that's why I said your generation. That's
been
it.
great, man.
That is your generation.
Like crazy comfortable.
It's crazy. Okay, and I think who was next?
I guess I'm next.
Yeah, you are next.
I'll go with the startled. And pee a little.
Yeah.
I'll go with that one because I would have a really bad day. I find way too many.
Your wife
way
would
too many
come
women
home
to
and
try.
like, why do you keep shitting yourself? She's doing your laundry like, what the hell? We're gonna have to get you like nylon like those little like underwear cover, those little panty covers that they put on kids. That's like vinyl.
He's gonna have vinyl underwear.
You might like it.
Pleather if you're lucky. God. Tuxedo, what was your choice?
I'm gonna go with pee a little bit too. I don't really want to poop myself.
Me either. I'm also going to pee a little bit. I think that's I love scaring people. But
yeah.
I keep myself kind of really away from being scared, so I think I'm going with pissing myself. It's just easier that way. But it might be safer also with pooping because there's not a lot of attractive people in Michigan. So, because I feel like everybody just lives in their pajama pants too.
Okay, you look down on it, but you haven't tried it.
No, I feel weird if I'm not dressed like a normal person when I leave the house.
Well, okay, let me clarify that I'm not like going out to fancy dinners or whatnot. No, I'll dress for that, but like if I'm just going to class,
I can't even run
it's
to
like,
the store without feeling like
I'm
I
the
look
same
normal.
way.
Oh yeah,
if I didn't have to, I wouldn't even put
near my
pants
house,
on.
they've seen me in all kinds of clothes. Like I don't even care anymore. Of course, I also don't really care what people think of me. So
you say that.
I know that.
You say that.
I'm already through high school. What do you mean?
Well, you kind of never really are over with it. I think once you get through your college years and stuff, it might be different.
Maybe.
Right. So, is that everybody done?
We still have Badger went, right? Yeah.
Yeah, we all went.
That's it.
And I'm just in the cycle.
And let's
Just honks
close
the
the
horn.
show.
Oh.
That's it, and that wraps it up.
All right, now get out.
You can reach the show by email at ratedark@gmail.com. You can tweet the show at ratedark on Twitter. You can grab our RSS feed, get our show notes, and apply to join us in-game at ratedark.podbean.com.
It.
Should leave that boom in.
Well, that was a good first podcast for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's true.
Wait,
that was your
Kanos
first.
was fresh meat too?
I've been mentioned in plenty of podcasts. I just haven't been on one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
No, because I do this all the time anyway. Not podcasts, but I do. The reason why I don't do the podcast is because on Saturdays I'm putting together events for Sundays.
Man,
That
I
I-
remember
you've
this
got a
my first
podcast?
time.
Let me just tell you, stacking foundations is really difficult with S+. They do not stack easily.
Oh, it's like you gotta be at the right angle, just
Oh my
perfect. It's
God.
annoying. Sometimes
They'll
I
turn
have to
green.
flop in and out of K mode, try to go.
Are you stuck in there?
Yeah, I'm stuck.
Bye, Twitch stream. We'll be back tomorrow recording our
That
normal rated Ark 10:30 p.m. episode 51, where we talk all things Ark.
Thanks.
So we will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.